Hello. Yesterday, I was reading a newspaper from 1913. It's an old Russian newspaper, and it got a lot of sales speeches in it. And I read it all, and I understood that people back in the days, they used the same copywriting methods which are preached now. And it got me to this thought that, in fact, the knowledge which people, contemporary people, try to sell you as something new is not fucking new, okay? It existed for probably thousands of years, because I guarantee that in Roman Empire, for example, the business owners, the entrepreneurs, they used the same methods, the same tricks that people use now. History, in my perception, it does not change in its core. You know, times change, yeah, of course, but the people, they do not change at all. It's like one period of history differs from another just by texture, just by color, which is colored with. So when you see any modern idols, let's say, just remember that there is so many knowledge, there are so many cool people which lived before us. And these people which lived before us are, in many cases, much more smart, much wiser, much more talented than we are. And that's another point, that when you think, when you're being a bit of a narcissist, just go read some history. When you think you're a cool fucking alpha male, you're the conqueror of the world, go and read about Caesar, go and read about Octavian, go and read about Alexander the Great. And understand that you are fucking nothing, man. It's just, you are, compared to these people, you are not worth shit. And all the pride, all the, you know, all the amount of vanity you have about yourself is just stupid. It is, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of talking to myself right now, because, yeah, sometimes I'm just super narcissistic, guys. Although not as narcissistic as I was 3 years ago. Yeah, I was a fucking dickhead back in the days. Just complete full-blown dickhead. Yes, so the point of the video, I want to tell you that yeah, one guy told me, he asked what I'm reading currently, and I told him that I'm reading Kikero. I'm reading Kikero's work about the art of speaking. And he recommended me to watch some contemporary guy who is popular right now and who is also good at speaking. But I'm like, man, who is this dude compared to Kikero? Like, come on. It's just insane. Yeah, I believe just that the ancient people, they were much wiser than we are, although we have all this science and stuff, but it just does not matter at all. Yeah, by the way, Romans and Greeks also had a lot of science. Yeah. But if we look at the world, at that time where they lived. It was, in my opinion, yeah. I will probably start talking like that. No, I don't like this. I don't like this idea that contemporary times are much worse than the past. I do not really like it. But probably it's just that yeah, I'm going into some depth of mind. I don't want to do it. So yeah. Yeah, I was sitting here and thinking, and I had the thought that people back in the days of Romans, of Greeks, ancient people, they had much more respect for nature. And that is what we lack today. Recently, I was walking in the yard of my home complex, and the fucking, you know, there are some trees, there is grass and stuff, but everything on the grass is covered. Every meter of grass is covered in some cigarette remaining, some plastic shit, some whatever, just yes. And I was, yeah, this is something crazy, but when I was at my parents' house, I looked out from the window and I saw the six plastic pockets, plastic bags on the trees, on the treetops, all over the yard. It's just fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy, guys. Can you imagine this in the ancient Rome? Yeah, of course there was a lot of mud and a lot of trash, but at least there was no plastic. So it was much better. At least for the environment, I mean. So yeah. That is it. And another point, which is really deep one for me. It is that people back in the days, they did not live in the fucking stone cages, in the huge stone apartments like we do right now in the big cities. It is just crazy because back in the days, wherever you lived, there was no cars, there was not so many people around you, there was not so many cities, there were, everything was just cleaner. I mean, you could go wherever you fucking want. Nature was everywhere. Now, if you live in a big city like I do, nature is literally nowhere. Yeah, there are some places, of course, like this yard in my house, like this park near me. But by nature, I mean like real nature, you know? Yeah. I had 1,000 miles, you know, gaze right now. Yep. Probably I just find cities, big cities, toxic in their essence.